What's the most ridiculous lie you've ever been told by a narcissist? Hi, I'm Wendy Gregory and this is my YouTube channel, The Wendy House. My video today is hopefully going to bring a smile to your face, make you laugh and help you to heal and move on from the toxic experiences you've had with a narcissist. Please share, like and subscribe to my channel, and do share your own experiences. If you haven't already, you can leave a comment with the most absurd lie that you've been told. I'm a counselling psychologist and survivor of narcissistic relationships, and I recently posted a YouTube video called The 4 Lies Every Narcissist Will Tell You. If you haven't seen that, the link is coming up. I had an incredible response from everybody, both as comments left on my YouTube channel and posts on various Facebook groups. So many of you were willing to share your own experiences, many of which made me laugh out loud. So thank you for that. So today I've put together a compilation of some of the absurd and ridiculous lies that you've shared. So I really hope you enjoy this. Here goes. I've categorised these into another 5 types of lies. Some of them are from my own experience, but most have come from lots of different people. The first category is excuses for cancelling arrangements, standing you up or being late. And if you've had a relationship with a narcissist, you'll be very familiar with that type of thing. So, my ex was always late. One day he came in tears, very late indeed, and said that he'd just witnessed a fatal accident nearby. He did what he could to help, of course. A child was killed. He had a shoe in his hand and he said he'd found it lying in the road, which he later put in the bin. So the next day I took the shoe out of the bin and took it round to the people concerned to offer my condolences. They hadn't got a clue what I was talking about, and there was a child, alive and well. My ex said that it was the cat that had left menstrual blood on the toilet seat. My ex's excuse for standing me up was that he was with his sisters arranging his father's funeral. Actually found out that his father wasn't dead. That's quite a common one. My ex texted me saying that he'd just been in a public transport accident. He was on a bus which crashed into a Mercedes, then ricocheted down the street, hitting cars and people all the way down. I googled the local news for that area and funnily enough there was no mention of it whatsoever, and neither was it on the national news later that day. My ex said he was working away for the weekend and I found a receipt from a local liquor store with lots of alcohol on it. He said the receipt was blowing through the parking lot and it blew into my pocket. As it would. The second category is bigging themselves up, and narcissists, we know, are masters at doing that. My ex said that he was part of the Marks and Spencer's turnaround strategy and was instrumental in the company surviving. He would actually have been about 23 years of age at the time, with a degree in leisure management, enough said. I was in the CIA and I have proof in my attic. My ex was 27 when he said this. This is a really common one. I think lots of narcissists rather fancy themselves as James Bond type figures. My ex said he worked for MI6. I ended up speaking to a friend about it and he said, well, someone's got to date twice, so why not you? Needless to say, that friend is no longer in my life either. The Beatles used to rehearse in our basement. This man was actually raised in Liverpool. But why on earth would they rehearse in his basement? They didn't live in the same area as him. I don't think they ever had anything to do with his family, and they had basements of their own. The third category is covering their tracks when they've been with someone else. This is similar to lies about being late. So my ex came home from being out of town for the weekend and he'd shaved his entire body. His legs, his arms, absolutely everything. He told me he'd been rushed into hospital with a heart scare. It was so that the little monitors from the ECG at the hospital wouldn't stick to his hair. Those monitors actually only go on your chest. This is another very common one. My ex told me he was being hounded by an ex-army enemy, and that's why he kept disappearing with his phone, of course. My ex said my daughter had been called into a mental health crisis centre. This was on New Year's Eve. He then sent me texts with updates every half hour saying that he was still talking to the consultant. They were being very thorough and they were reviewing her case together and coming up with a care plan. This was on what is probably the busiest night of the year for a mental health crisis centre. This went on from 8 p.m. until midnight. I looked on her Facebook page a little later and there she was at a party with her friends. Next category, trying to get sympathy and attention. Narcissists need sympathy and they need attention constantly. They can't live without attention. My ex shaved his head and said he was dying of cancer, but he forgot to shave his eyebrows and his eyelashes. This again is such a common one. Most narcissists are dying of cancer or they've been treated for cancer. They've had it and recovered. My ex said he had a brain tumour. He actually had a sinus infection. My ex said that he had a son, but he was shot dead. I found out he never even had a son. His stepdaughter was taken off life support last Mother's Day after a suicide attempt in which she tried to hang herself. She was actually dealing with depression, but she'd never attempted suicide, and when I contacted her, she was alive and doing really well. I needed foot surgery, had it scheduled. All of a sudden, his foot started hurting. Then he said he went to a doctor, and the doctor said he needed foot surgery. But it's okay. You can have yours done first because you've already scheduled it. How kind. His foot pain magically disappeared. Also, he was under my insurance scheme and he never saw a doctor for his foot because I would have seen the appointments and I would have seen all the bills. And the last category I've thrown in is just plain crazy. My ex removed all the door handles in our house so that I couldn't close the doors. I couldn't shut him out and I couldn't shut myself in. Then he told me that they had all fallen off at once. And just one or two tiny more ones, these were posted on social media. When I die, no one will have anything bad to say about me. And my father made me the man of integrity that I am today. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this and that it's made you smile. If so, please like, comment and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please feel free to post on my Facebook page. The link is coming up now for the Wendy House. In my next video, I'll be explaining just why narcissists are pathological liars and what you can do to catch them out. So look out for it and you take care of yourself.